Namaste. We have seen our country's budget presented this month. Now, how about we turn our attention to our home budget? So, why do we need to budget? So, there are many reasons. We all work different jobs. We study different things, mainly to earn and keep our families safe. So, we are doing well till that part. I would like to bring the attention this time to the whole family. I would like to request everybody to sit together and actually physically write with a pen and paper, write down your monthly budget. So why is it so important? It's very important in my opinion for three things. Number one, involving kids. So when kids are involved at a younger age, they will understand, they will actually grow with that kind of exposure. When you do the budgeting, they will actually grow with that, and they're more unlikely to ask for unreasonable things. And at the same time, they give more importance to their education. They develop respect and realize how hard their parents are working to just make the ends meet. Number two, youngsters. So youngsters are entering into the workforce at a very young age when they're single. And they are making quite a lot of money, but they see a lot of money and their expenses are also becoming more. So once they enter a family life, the income seems to be short, and they have to remember the age between 25 to 40 is when you will see your maximum earnings. After 40, you will still have your earnings, but your expenditure will increase. Your kids cross 10th standard. Usually you have to spend money for their college fee, for their weddings and your parents' health and more on. So what you have to remember is the 15 years of your maximum potential is when you will earn and save for your life after 40. Remember, you will live another 40 years after 40. So number three, these days everything has become digitalized. So your spending is all digitalized. You are not seeing the money leaving your hands. So it's very important to sit and put everything on paper. You will be surprised how much extra you're spending. I have done this recently with my own kids too. And I have to admit, I have gone a little overboard also. So it gave me a perspective for this year. I have to cut down on my spending, and it's the same with my kids. So this is the form that you will be filling. So you need to be really patient to do this. Allot enough time, minimum 30 minutes to 1 hour, and gather all your credit card bills and phone pays and everything. Along with that, involve your kids. This is very essential. Involve your kids, and when you're filling it, it's not going to be pleasant. You will actually see all the expenses and there might be a blame game, but that's fine. You have to go through this drill, and once you finish it, it will bring awareness, whether the kids admit or not, or anybody admits or not about their expenses. It brings an internal awareness of the expenses. So there is no escaping once you fill this thing other than facing it. So what I have done is I put together all the categories of the expenditure. So you see the things that are in blue here in this line are fixed expenses, meaning these are essential. You need to spend this much money to run your family. And this one is variable expenses. That's in the red. This is where you have your shopping. The rest of the things that can be altered, meaning if required, you could use some of this money to run your family, or most importantly, it's better to move as much as you can from this to your savings. Okay, so now if we see the categories under fixed housing, so your rent, electricity, gas, water or anything are fixed expenses. There is nothing much you can change here. Whereas in variable, like mobiles, how many mobiles you have, your cable, all these network subscriptions and other rentals. So this is where you can make a change. You can cut it, or you can make a change. So these categories are now housing, transport. What do you use to go to work? Then food, then house help like maids and all. Kids expenses, medical, personal home expenses, And then entertainment. If you see entertainment, there is no, I have removed everything from essential and have these things in the variable category, like any alcohol, tobacco, gifts, cinemas, vacations. So you can just say all this thing will total up here. So in the end, you will have your fixed expenses and your variable expenses totaled. This is how you budget it. And then we will actually calculate and see how much you have to spend from your salary. Let's say you have a 25,000 rupees salary. That is net after taxes. How much should you spend to run your house? How much you can spend for your enjoyment? And how much you should be saving? We'll just use the 25,000 example and see that. 50%, 30%, 20%. Some of you might be aware of this one, but many are not. So let's see what this rule means and how we can apply it to our net salary, monthly salary. So when I say net salary, it means you have to take out all the taxes before you fill this form. So here you have your net monthly salary. Fill it here. Your dividends and interest that you're earning, any agricultural income and any other income. So, and you total here. Your total is here. So this is your monthly spending money, salary or income. So out of that income, you have to calculate 50% of that income, which will be your fixed income. Means 50% of your salary, you will be using it essentially to run your home. And then 30% of that salary is your variable income. That is where your shopping or any extra expenses would go. And 20% by rule is what you have to save. So we commonly have the tendency of spending first, and then if something remains, we'll think let's save it. But that has to change. If you actually want to make a difference, you have to change that. So take out this 20% first from your net monthly income, and then only you spend the rest. Okay? So now I have an example here. Let's say your net salary per month is 25,000. So when you calculate 50% of that, so you have 12,500. Meaning you have 12,500 rupees to pay your rents, transport, kids' fees and food. So 30% is 7,500. Meaning you have 7,500 to buy an extra pair of shoes or your mobile or any of clothes, any those kind of things, movies. So in 25,000, if you take out like 20%, that is 5,000 rupees. That is the most crucial money that you are going to put it away for your future. And you have to do that. The more you are able to add to this, the better it is. Many of you might be thinking like 25,000 is a lot less. We are barely able to meet the ends. Then you have to look for a second job. I know it is hard, but at least for 1 hour, look for additional income. How you can contribute to your monthly income. So this is your 50, 30, 20 rule. So make your kids calculate just for fun. If your salary is 30,000, then what is 50, 30 and 20% out of it? Similarly, for 45,000, 1 lakh and 2 lakhs. So I have written this up to 2 lakhs, meaning a person earning 25,000 per month till 2 lakhs per month will basically doing the same things for savings. Okay, now let's see how do we do that savings with 25,000 monthly income. So when it is 25,000 monthly income, your savings are 5,000 rupees, right? So what you will do is you open a Indian Post Payment Bank account. I'll tell you why you need this particular account. When you have lower income, it is difficult to buy life insurance or health insurance upon this with that salaries and savings. So Indian Post Payment Bank has tied up with the Reserve Bank and Bajaj Alliance, and they have a decent life insurance plan and a health insurance plan that is affordable to most of the people. So your savings, your salary goes into this bank. So the good thing about IPPB is it has a mobile app, meaning you can do your bill pay, you can do your automatic debits to these accounts with the mobile app. So once your salary is here, step 1, what you need to do is take your 5,000 out, the savings out. So if you have high interest loans, that you're paying high interest on any loans, please pay those. So number 1, get a life insurance and health insurance. You see these things here are in red. One is life insurance, health insurance, emergency fund. These 3 are essential for everyone in their life, no matter how much your income is. So I'll explain why. So if you are the only person that is earning in the family, if something were to happen to you, then you should have life insurance to support your family so that they can, it will help them for a few months till they find another job. Then health insurance. If some health issues happen, then you will be hospitalized, not be able to go to work. So the hospital bills will be paid with this, and then you will have some savings that you can use to run the family. And then emergency fund. We might be neglecting this thing, but this is very essential. This emergency fund, as per rule, you are supposed to save 3 to 6 months of your salary. So let's see how do we do that. So step 1 is buy life insurance. If you are 25,000 rupees salary, then I would suggest you to buy an insurance that is 500 rupees per year. Please pay attention. 500 rupees per year. You will be covered for 2 lakhs in case of any kind of death. Okay? So if you can afford 800 rupees per year, which I think everyone can, you will get another insurance that is accidental scheme 799. That will give you coverage up to 15 lakhs. So if there is any accidental death or any kind of death, you will get up to 10 to 15 lakhs. And you just need to pay 800 rupees per year. So this is what you will do with your life insurance. That is step 1. And then the next is health insurance. When you have 25,000 as salary, the government has issued a health insurance card. So you can use that. As the income grows, we can start investing in the health insurance. Then emergency fund. So 3 months salary. So after paying your high interest, please put away all your savings, like the 5,000 rupees savings, into your emergency fund till you have 3 months of salary here. So the reason why you need to have this is, let's say you're working. Now, if something were to happen, life insurance will cover. If something were to happen with short-term health, that's fine. Your health bills will be covered. But if you become disabled, if you lost your limb or leg or something has happened and you're not able to go back to work, this is where the emergency fund helps. So you can first continue to live with this 3 months salary. You will pay rents, the kids will continue to go to school. Meanwhile, you can figure out how you can support your family, or somebody else from the family will step up. So that's why these 3 are extremely essential for everyone in their life. So now you have filled your emergency fund, you are paying your life insurance, and you have your health card with you. So the rest, now what do you do? After an year, this will take almost an year for you to fill the emergency fund. So after the year, you open an RD account. RD account is where you will, there is automatic deduction. So just deduct 500 rupees from your savings automatically every month into the RD account. So RD account gives you 6.7% interest. So it will automatically deduct every month from your salary. Then for your girl, if you have a girl child and if she is under 10 years, please open Sukanya Suvidha. If you have not done it yet, please do it. So save 1,000 rupees for the girl child. Okay. This will give you 8.2% interest. This is the maximum interest anywhere in the market now, and you pay for 15 years, and the girl will get it once she is 21 years. And the minimum you need to pay for this is 250 rupees per year, but it's good you save 1000 rupees for the girl, and for the boy open a provident fund account. So save 1000 rupees for the boy. That gives you 7.1%. Okay, and then provident fund for you as a couple, save 1500 for yourself. So this is how you will invest and save with your 5000 rupees. Once again, once you have finished, so 5000 rupees savings per month, how we are going to invest? Once every year, 800 rupees for life insurance, then for health, government issue card, fill up your emergency fund, 3 months salary, then you do make an RD account, so 500 rupees here every month, 1000 rupees for the girl, 1000 rupees for the boy child, and 1500 rupees for yourself. So this is how you will continue doing it. So this, what you're doing here, will be helpful to you after you're 40 years old or once your kids start going to college. Now let's say you have sold something, a land or ancestral property, or somehow you got a lump sum amount, and your RD, you're getting like a big amount from that. So what do? Then you go into investments. So this is where you put your money into mutual funds and fixed assets. So mutual funds are little risky, but SBI Bank is government backed, so usually the returns are between 10 to 12%. And fixed assets are, there are many schemes. I'm not going to go over everything, but I would encourage you to look into it. When you have bigger amounts, like let's say 10,000, from 10,000 rupees, you can put them in for MIS, monthly income scheme, 7.5%. Use TD, means fixed deposits for 5 years, 7.5% interest. National Savings Certificates, Senior Citizen Scheme. So all these, and gold bonds, all these are fixed assets. So this is where most important thing is. Everyone wants our money to grow fast, but you should also make sure it is safer. So you have to divide how much risk you have to take and how much you should be safe. So for that, if your age is under 40 and you have a lump sum amount after doing all these things, then invest 70% in mutual funds and 30% in fixed assets. Let's say you're between 40 to 60, then invest 50% in mutual funds and 50% in your fixed assets. And now let's say you're into your retirement, 60 years and above. So you have to take lesser risk and save all your income. So 30% to mutual funds and 70% to fixed assets. So this is how you would invest your money. So here I want to bring it to your notice once. What I have told you is just from my experience and the things I have read. I am not a financial advisor. The reason why I made this attempt is it will spark a discussion. It has to spark a thinking and spark discussion within the family. And I want everybody to feel like this financial planning is not the burden of just the breadwinner in the family. It is the responsibility of everyone in the family. So, and everyone can contribute. So I just want you all to have the discussion, and with this background, do what is good for your family and plan it accordingly. Okay? Thank you.